Okay, Friday morning in the kingdom, and we survived a hot day yesterday. We worked steady, slow and steady, but drank lots of beverage. And then last night, also too, I have air conditioning in the house, and I let it run with the windows open because I live in fear of a cold. Oh, stay focused here. Yes, I live in fear of a head cold. At my age, it could be devastating. So at 3 o'clock this morning, I shut the air conditioner off, but it was just unreal. The humidity or whatever, it still feels hot. And today I'm out here with short sleeves because it's warm. Yes, this is our official third hot day. Yes, of the summer. We have 2 more to go to make it the official 5 days of summer. 5 hot days of summer. So this morning we woke up to plus 18, but it's a warm 18, but feels like plus 18. It's warm out here. And then on the yo-yo scale, plus 65, but feels like plus 65. This is from the government website because the Weather Network is crap with their new layout or program. And we also in a heat warning. Yes, a heat warning and an air quality warning. Well, you can see by the skies there, there's smoke in the air from the fires that are just around WHO-ville here. Okay, so today we're going up to plus 30, which is a lie. We're probably going to go to plus 33 and be in that 90 degrees Fahrenheit again. Unreal. So glad I chose to live at the end of the world and only have to endure. Oh, I had peanut butter on my toast today. I put it on thick. All right. Oh, the burps. Oh, but I chose to live up here after my divorce. So there's the Thor the plow truck. Thor the dump truck. The screaming Ford that gave me 15 seconds of fame on Ice Road Truckers. And then I'm wearing my shirt here with YouTube on it. That's pretty nice. Yesterday's video that the staff and I made, that was lame ass. I don't know. We just couldn't get a video made. All right, let's scroll this way to see if we can see the sunshine. Yes. The sunshine. Just look at those weird clouds, skies. Yes, oh, it's focusing. I went too fast. It's getting dizzy like me. All right. So everything's all lined up there. We got the flagpoles made for over here, but it's too freaking hot to weld. Yeah, climb up the ladder and weld. Oh, yeah, we're not doing that. We'll do that later, but we got everything ready to hang that flag, the gifted flag we got the other day. Yes. All right, and we heard there's supposed to be another one coming too, so that's why we made 2 flagpoles. Yes, we should make some more because there are gifted flags. Yes. All right, there's the Lynn tractors. We might, not sure what we're going to do, but we got the transmission parts for this one. No, that one. So maybe we'll hide out of the sunshine in there. Ooh, that sun is bright in behind that clouds there, the smoke-covered clouds. All right, just about 1 full rotation, and I'm hurting today. My skin is all dry. It's just hot and sticky. No wonder I don't live in the south. Ooh, look, I'm having a good hair day. Oh, the frizzies, what's left of it. All right, I better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, after morning coffee in the kingdom, and I changed the YouTube keywords. Yes, because we've added the D7 4T and the Adams grater, so that hopefully that'll show up in the search words. Also, too, I'm finding out that we Canadians call it a road grader, and the other searches are using motor grader. Yes, okay, so we changed it. So on the list here, it's freaking hot, and I wanted to get that roller out because why did they leave it behind? Because this cat, they took all the other rollers. Why did they leave it behind? Because it's worn out. And you can see that. There's a space down at the bottom, and it's tight at the top. So wobbly. And it was welded in the back there, and it has a broken stud. So that's not bad. Out of this cat here, we'll have to learn how to drill and chase out that one. But that's no big wow. We can do that anytime. And it's too hot to even go any farther. So we'll just set this down onto the block. And then when the loader's up and going, the staff is here. The loader forks can lift this up to take the slack out of the track down here. And then she can lift out the roller and we can put it in the tub with all the rest. So I was Hercules this morning using the good 3/4 inch ratchet and the pipe, and I got it out. But I'm sweating. It's so hot. It's just, I'm sweating, and we're walking slowly, doing everything slowly because it's too frickin' hot and humid. It's going to be a beer drinking day today, but we have to keep working because it's Friday and the boss is an asshole. Okay, it's getting hot out here and there's no wind. You can hear the sounds of WHO-ville just crystal clear. Like, this sky is unreal. The sun is warm, it's bright, it's unreal. But that's okay, we only get 5 hot days of the summer, and we're in day number 3. So to hide in the shop, it seems we're missing everything for the right side. We're missing the right side brake pedal, we're missing the right side cover here, and a few other things. It's like there's one pallet or a pail that I've misplaced somewhere along the lines. Well, it's only been 25 years, almost 30 years since we, started this project. So you have to trust Caterpillar like an ex-wife. So this is the cover plate for the left side. So don't assume, because you'll make an ass of you and me, that it'll pop over and bolt on over here. Because like an ex-wife, they change things slightly. So to my surprise, the bolt pattern is all the same. Yes, all the same. I don't know how that happened. But like when I weld this one over here, this crack here, I'll fill in this hole and we'll have to re-drill and tap it out because there's no threads left because it broke and it got loose. So that'll be this morning's project, or today's project, is to make the right side cover plate for the D7 4T, and the silicone or the gasket goo is holding, so we can take the strap off and use it, repurpose it somewhere else. So this is going rather well. We put the cover plates in the back there. I found them no problems. So let's continue this quest as we try not to work too hard because it's too freaking hot. Okay, I walked over to trailer 6, which has the steel plates and stuff like that, or the sheet metal. So, okay, so I took my feeler gauge. Yes, so I get the right thickness. Yes. If you notice any of our projects, we don't use the tape measure very often, like the same as the grader steering yesterday. I don't even think the tape measure came out at all. It was all trial and error and feel, just like in the bedroom. Okay, so the odds of me actually drilling all these holes and getting them to line up is very slim. I don't think we can even get half of them to line up. So what I did was take your good drill bit box, because we have several of them right here. Okay, they're the broken ones, the misplaced ones, the not sharp ones, and take the end. Yeah, stick it in the hole. That way you know what size it is. Okay, so then turn it around and drill your center hole. So now you can drill that out to be this size after you take the plate off. And seeing how these are 3/8 threaded bolt holes or whatever, a 5/16 bit, because that's what you use for tapping the hole out. So, you know, might as well drill it out to 5/16 to mark it, so you know you're good. Now I can take this template off the plate, drill out the holes, and then we can begin plasma cutting. Hopefully that'll be just before lunch. We're not sure. We might have to have a drink and think about it. Okay, that did not take long, but then again, I'm an expert. Yes, I'm an expert. Yeah, all right. Okay, so we cut it out, and the main thing is the brake pedal rods have to come up in here. So that piece is now the top of the cover plate here, okay? So then I'll use these end pieces here to make the sides and the flat part. It should work out in theory. And of course, everybody's waiting for it. It's been a while since we've used the ProPoint 38 Plus from Princess Auto. Yes, it worked out very well. So we nipped this up pretty quick. Let's give it a quick buff and then take it outside and see how many holes are misaligned on the drill pattern. Okay, not sure how that happened, but all the holes will actually line up. That's strange, very strange. So it must be my lucky day. Maybe one of the local ladies will come over this evening wearing matching underwear because she has it well planned out. All right, let's take this piece into the house, back into the shop, and then it's lunchtime. If I leave it out here and then come out after lunch to grab it, that piece will be hot as if I just cut on it. Yes, so we're learning all about this hot sunshine. Yes, you have to wear gloves in the summer. All right, let's go have some lunch. And a victory drink, because this is unreal. This is a first. Oh, these lips got all excited when they talk about beverage and celebrating, because what are the odds of drilling all those holes and having them line up? All right, let's go have the victory drink. Okay, after lunch, and it's freaking hot. I was enjoying the air conditioning inside the house. Yes, it was very strange. We actually used it 2 days in a row. All right, so when I went to grab the cover plate here, it's a lot thinner material. And that's what I cut out of the base plate there, okay? So that'll be the top. And hopefully, if I'm smart enough, I'll cut on the light gray lines here. And then I can pull these pieces up. And then hopefully, I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we might be able to weld it, how would you say, a little up a bit or whatever. Not sure how it's going to work out. Let's give it a try. If not, we'll have to have another beverage to think this over. Okay, I just about made a mistake, and I was just about ready to start the plasma cutter. So the last big mistake I made was when I said I do. So I got thinking, if I cut these at an angle and then bend them down, well, we're short material. So all I did was just cut this out of here. All right, then we went to plan B, and also too, once you get it cut out, bolt it to the object, okay? And so then there's been no fancy buff grinding or anything like that. We know that the cover bolts on. Let's go outside. Okay, we're outside in the heat. It is hot and the sun is bright, unreal. So I cut my top piece out and I allowed for 1 inch of bend, and then I brought it out here to the 3-in-1 bender, and I bent the side ones first. That's why they're such a nice, perfect bend or whatever. And I give it some love taps when I was bending. And then to get the end ones here, since how it's a lot tighter, you go over to your Adams 550 motor grater. Yes, a motor grater. And you come over here to the corner, and look at that. Isn't that nice? So then you do your bends there. So this one actually worked out better. I kept it tight and I got a nice squareness to it. All right, let's go back to the shop. Okay, the amount of time I took to go out there to put this piece out there and then come back and do the filming, this piece was warm to the touch when I carried it in. So now, also too, I buff grind it with the flapper disc there, and we're getting down to the nitty gritty. We're using up all the old ones because these corners are sharp. You have highs and lows that just kind of tears the blade apart. Oh, that's not the one we're using. The one we're using has the full safety guards and everything, and I was wearing my safety glasses, earplugs, and hard toe, steel toe work boots. Yes. All right, so now we got to put this on here like that. But the main thing is we don't care about the hole. The only thing we care about is right here, because the wrench has to fit, right? So if we weld it over the hole according to the hole, it's not going to fit the bolts. So now we have to set it up so the bolts have clearance, and then we can do a final Buffy Boo grind, and then we call it a victory beverage again. Oh, any excuse to drink on a hot day. Okay, 3 o'clock coffee in the kingdom, which will be beverage time. It's freaking hot. It's unreal. We got clouds forming, so that means we're going to have a thunderstorm. Hopefully I don't get zapped with lightning again, like last Friday at 6:29 p.m. All right, so there we go. The left-hand side, and then we have the right-hand side. The video of me welding this didn't turn out very well. The volume was all whacked out. Maybe the Lily Tomlin white mic wasn't plugged in. But as you can see, I just did a series of little spot welds or whatever, just like the 6011 whip, puddle, whip, and that's the way we did it. So it turned out rather well. Very pleased, considering all the holes I drilled, and we didn't have to die grind any of them. So it's my lucky day. All right, let's go enjoy a beverage, because we've accomplished a lot, and then we'll see what, after we beverage, see what's next on the agenda, because we can never sit still. Okay, over at the Rust-Oleum boat, yes, with the gifted American flag. It's flying good, it looks good. All right, so this is the D69U known as the Hood. It was underwater for 3 years, and we acquired it in 2003, so it was a learning curve. We had to figure out, since I was underwater, we learned all about the fuel system, yes, because we've really never done anything to this cat or this motor. Okay, so the first thing you got to do is cut holes in the fuel tank to get the dirt out, because the water goes up, the dirt goes in. Okay, I mean the fuel goes up, the water and the dirt goes in. All right, get these lips coordinated. And we gave up, never even tried the pup motor thing, so it was tossed away first thing off the thing, and we just dropped the oil pan to scrape out the mud, and that's basically about all. We had to chase out the fuel system, and that's when we learned that Caterpillar brings the fuel in from here, scoots it across into there, and then up to the filter. That's your fuel pump right there. Those things are gear driven, and they didn't like being underwater because it was the gears get pitted, and that's where all the dirt and debris. So the biggest problem with Caterpillar is this spring and rubber right here. Can we see that, Les Netsman? Okay, it's right in here. Okay, so if there's dirt and debris on that little rubber, it will not build fuel pressure or anything like that. So you got a problem. So we found out that those fuel pumps are very expensive, even if you buy the gears used and retro. So we got smart, put an electric fuel pump in, okay? And we have the inline filters, plus there's a filter under the tank and everything. So we're really cleaning the fuel. I think this cat still has the filters up there. They are getting expensive and hard to seal, because the aluminum and the cap on everything on the top, it leaks, okay? So this worked out very well. But the thing is when we started with these cats back in 2005 and having fun, the D6 always gave us problems with fuel. Yes, with fuel. So we couldn't figure it out. The IH cats have the fuel come from the tank. All right, pretend that where this is an IH cat. Okay, there's the fuel tank. The fuel comes along, goes to the fuel pump, injectors, and then it goes back. Yeah, they send it right back to the tank. That way it stays warm and it's flowing at all times. Caterpillar doesn't do that. It leaves the fuel tank cold, comes along here cold, goes in here cold, and then it's up here in the fuel system is where it gets the antifreeze wrapping around and warming the fuel. So we figured it out. Let's make this full circuit fuel system. So you take the spring out from there, right there, and you put it up there. All right, you see that? We torch cut that and everything like that. All right, let's go to the shop and we'll learn some more. Okay, we're in the shop and here's the fuel filters that they use on the D6, okay? So they're on top of the fuel filters, or the fuel pump, so that kind of you don't clean the fuel before it gets to there. So it always leaks around here, so you add more and more gaskets. Well, guess what? It gets boring after a while. So we're kind of avoiding that, plus those little filters are getting expensive. So this is the D6 9U filter housing from Bigfoot, okay? So we've taken the cover plate off. This is what is blocked off. There's the block off plate right there. So this is what we do. That's got to go in there. So now you're creating fuel pressure. And then when it builds up pressure, you send it to return back to the fuel tank. So here it is here in 2017. I'm not sure which one this one is. Okay, but here's my notes and everything. And you notice I printed it in color because I'm colorblind. So this is the details here. This is a new style with the aluminum thing if you were to buy them on through online or whatever. So we have to make this block, okay, just like that yellow one. I think it's yellow on the hood. So we're going to do that. So what we got here is we don't have a torch anymore. It's going to cut. The plasma cutter's not going to cut. So we're going to go get some square bar and we'll make it into the plates. And then over here is the D7 4T. Okay, so we have to make two of these for the Bigfoot and rollerless. All right, so we have to make two blocks for here for each cat, and then the D7 we have to make it because we're going to have full fuel circulation. Yes, but the only problem is there's no divot, but that's no problem because we have talent. Maybe kind of sorta. All right, okay, this is the drill bit that fits in here. It's 3/4 of an inch. We drill down here to make a little saddle or a seat or a divot or whatever to shoulder for the rubber thing to sit on. We have the technology, we have the die grinders, we can get it smooth. And then there's a 13/16 bit to drill the holes over here. So I think this is a worthy project to be inside with the fan blowing on a hot day. I think we can bang off 3 of these little square blocks. And then we have return fuel going back to the tank. The cat will run better, run warmer because it has warm fuel. Plus we have the 2-stroke oil in the diesel, so that it'll be, how would you say, circulating and lubing everything up too. All right, let's get back to work. We got to get this project done before the thunderstorm comes. Okay, that didn't take long to drill it out. Yes, we leave it all as a unit because it's easier to work as a unit. Now, if I was to cut them into individual pieces, and then I figured out a long time ago, the chop saw and this vise here has the, how'd you say, not a firm edge at the back so the piece can go in. This is loose in here. So when you go to drill through it, it naturally, how would you say, changes to an angle. So the drill bit was chosen very simple, okay? As you notice with my projects, we don't get into details or measurements or anything like that, okay? So this is the piece, the cover plate that was on the D7 4T. All right, so that's Caterpillar's thing. So all we did was go like this. So we found one that was the right size. Now we know it's the right size, so that's the holes we drilled, okay? And now we got this here working good. All bolts line up. It has enough slop or whatever. Whoop, over here, Les Nessman. Okay, we got enough slop because that's factory approved, okay, by Caterpillar. That's the bolt holes they chose to use, or the diameter, to make sure the plate would line up with the drilled holes there. All right, let's continue the quest. Now we have to drill straight through here, but for a 1/4 inch national pipe thread to thread in. And so one side has the pipe thread for the fitting for the return line, and then we drill the other way through for the spring. All right, now we have to do this. Oh, these lips need some beverage. All right, let's get some beverage into us, and let's get drilling 3 more holes. Okay, past 6 o'clock in the kingdom, but we can't quit because we started a project and we have to finish it because we're having our lucky day. All right, I couldn't countersink this down, but also too, the fuel transfer pump where this bolts onto is like that. Okay, that's how it bolts on. I wonder if it's even the same bolt pattern. Okay, so you have your rubber thingy goes in there, and then the spring, and then the retainer thing. Ooh, look at that. And then this goes on like this. Okay, so the distance of the hole down here determines the strength of this spring to release the pressure, correct? So what I did was I figured it out here, and then according to my blueprint, I don't know where the blueprint is. Wait here. Okay, hope you guys waited because here it is. Here's the color blueprint. Yeah, right. I only print in black and white. So I figured out the determination of the holes. So that hole and this hole has to equal this hole. All right. So that's why I came up with 1507 millimeters deep, and we drilled it out. Okay. So the problem we have here is we have this is flat, right? So we can't dip it down. So I measured this hole here, and then over here, I drilled it out. So here we have a deep one, 1506, 1506 or 1507. All right. So then you use your thingy bob here. There's the measurement there. And you keep going down. All right. That's the way we do it. Okay. So when you're getting close, you know, and then you can know how much the curly cues are coming off. So 2 curly cues coming off of this here will give you so much movement. Okay. So we got it pretty good. I'm very pleased how it turned out. Okay, I'm getting used to the heat in the shop here because it's hot outside, but it's just like when the wood stove burns out of control in the winter, but we can't open the window or the door to cool it down. So we're kind of accepting this heat. All right, so there's my deep, normal, normal. Okay, so that'll work. So this will be for the D7. So this is working out well. I'm glad I chose this material because I had just enough. So here for the fittings, they're 1/4 inch national pipe thread. So that's the return line going back to the fuel tank. So I have these plugs here. I tapped them all out, and it actually went really well because I used the Lloyd's lubrication or whatever it is that Sir Rodney sends us. That's good stuff. And I got lucky with the tap and everything. So it's my lucky day. Look at all the holes I drilled and everything. Now we just have to go outside to the chop saw and cut to have 3 individual pieces. All right, this is an excellent day. Okay, 7 o'clock in the kingdom, and basically we built 3 fuel bypass things in 3 hours. So that worked out pretty good. We got very lucky with drilling the holes. So we started off with the blueprint, a color blueprint, and then we got it figured out for the D7 4T. When I went in the Black Trader number 9 to grab this, it was freaking hot in there. It reminded me of trying to grab the French fries that fall off the tray at the back of the oven, you know, and you're reaching in and the oven's at 400 degrees Fahrenheit and you're reaching in. That's what it was like to run and grab that. That was hot in there. All right, so we did some little tuning here. We have to note that this is shallow. Okay, there's not much threads there, so we might have to weld the fitting in for the fuel return line because we don't want any problems. These ones over here are very good. And this sits down nice. Look at that. So there's room, movement, and everything. Very, very pleased. All right, let's go check on the flags.
Friday morning in WHO-ville, and it's just after 10 a.m. and as you can see, it is still pretty smoky out here. We are actually in a heat warning and an air quality warning because of how many fires are all around. It's making us pretty smoky. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 25 degrees Celsius, which is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It is way too hot out already, so it'll be even hotter this afternoon. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, make a quick breakfast, and I'm going to do some laundry this morning. Then around 2 p.m. or so, I'll head to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Pretty sure we're not doing anything today because of how hot it is already. I'm just standing here doing my video and I'm already sweating. So let's head back inside to where it's nice and cool. 1 p.m. and I just finished lunch. I had leftovers from last night. I just came out to show you guys my flowers. These are called clustered bell flowers. I had to Google it and I have 2 of them coming up. I'm not sure where they came from because all this dirt came from the kingdom and I've never seen these there. Now it's time to head inside and do the weather. Just after 1 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 30 degrees Celsius, which is 86 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It is pretty hot and humid out here today. Glad we're not doing much in the kingdom. Now it's time to head inside, switch laundry, and then I'll head over there around 2 p.m. 2 p.m. and I just got the quad out. Now I'll head up and do mail and see if there's anything there. There's been nothing in the mail all week, so hopefully nothing today as well. Then I'll go to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Pretty sure we're not doing anything today because it is hot, so I'll do a little video on my garden. Just after 2 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Sure is smoky out here this afternoon. You can smell it in the air and it's actually pretty hot and humid. If it started to rain right now, my dad's rainwater collector would be nice and black like it was last time because of all the ash in the air. Now I'll head down to the shop and see what my dad's up to. Looks like we're not doing anything in the kingdom today. My dad's just tinkering around in the shop because it's nice and cool in there. As you can see from my face, it is pretty hot out. I'm already sweating and turning red. Now I'll walk over and do a little video on my garden. With all this heat and not much rain, I want to see if anything's been growing. Not sure if you can see behind me here, but these are my radishes. I haven't touched them or done anything, and I think they are starting to flower out. I'm not sure if you can see it popping up on the top here, but it is flowering out, so it's kind of an experiment to see what will happen. Now I'll head over and do a couple videos on my lettuce and tomatoes and stuff, and then check on my potatoes. Give you guys a better look at my radishes. They are blossoming out pretty good. I only have 2 so far, and if I get rid of the soil underneath, I'll see if I can show you guys here. My radishes are popping up pretty nicely, but they are starting to flower on the top, so I might end up picking one of them just to see how they taste. Even my broccoli is growing. Everything in these 2 bins was planted on July 9th, and I think they're doing pretty good for only being in here for a short amount of time. We've had a lot of warm weather and lots of rain, so everything's growing pretty good. I have some lettuce right here. There's 2 heads. Hopefully they sprout out a little more so I can pick them and make a salad. We got cucumbers, tomatoes, and a few other things, but it looks like they're doing pretty good. Not sure what's going on with my potatoes. I used to have a bunch sticking up out of the ground. Now I only have the 2 left, but I'm not going to touch it or do anything. I want to see what happens. I probably won't pull these out of the ground until September or so, but if you do look on the side, you can kind of see that things are growing. You know it's hot out when Echo is hiding underneath the steps. These are their dog steps that they lay on and use every day. Sometimes they like to sit up on top. With how hot it is, she's been hiding underneath. I'm not sure where Ash is. He might be in the house or in the doggy tunnel. 2:30 and I'm officially done in the kingdom. It is way too hot out here for me today. Now I'll grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville, and then I'll do the weather close to 5. Just after 4 p.m. and I'm getting ready to head swimming. My little helper is taking his boys out, so I figure I'd tag along and go for a dip as well. It is pretty hot and humid out here, so it'd be nice to go jump in the lake. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 30 degrees Celsius, which is 86 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs in, and end my day.
Okay, we're done for the day. What a lucky day, drilling all those holes, small holes, big holes, and it all worked out. Now, if we tried it tomorrow, we probably couldn't even drill 2 small holes to line up with the things. And the sun shines up there. Hopefully it don't blind you guys. I don't know where the thunder boomers are. We should get a storm, but it kind of feels like it's cooling off. I don't know. Let's go walk the dogs, drink some more beer, and celebrate all the holes drilled and they lined up. That's got to be a first time ever. All right, talk to you later.